So this week is on bullying and how you coped with it. Being a fat child, I was bullied from elementary school all the way through middle school and a little bit of high school. Um, when I was younger, like elementary school age, you would go and you would tell the teacher and whatever. They would, scold them, whatever, and do what they do. So that's how I dealt with it on that level. Emotionally, it it scarred me. In middle school, it was rough. It was very rough. I spent more time out of school than I did in school because I didn't want to face them. I didn't want to go through all of that torture and torment because I was fat. And with that, there was one instance that I remember that I went to the principal. It was right after the final bell had rung, and this kid was behind me, and I was walking out, and he stood behind me, screaming, "Wide load coming through," and that really, really hurt me. Like deep down, that really, really affected me. And so I went to the principal's office, and this kid, he ducked into the bathroom while I was going to get the principal. And the principal went into the bathroom and pulled out a whole bunch of boys and was like, "Was this the one?" And he had obviously fled to his bus before he had gotten there. And there was this kid there, one of the kids that was generally nice to me. And he said, "Why do you have to do that? Why do you have to go and be a tattletale?" And so for the rest of the time while I was in middle school, I didn't say a word to anyone about it, about anything that would happen. Another instance, when I was in elementary school, I was in the 7th grade, and I will never forget this. Though I don't remember the girl's name, I will never forget that this happened. I was wearing a red t-shirt, and it was around Halloween, and she said, "What are you, a tomato?" And so for a very long time, up until recently actually, I did not wear red. I would not wear red. It was the forbidden color in my wardrobe. I wouldn't wear red anything. And when I was being bullied, it wasn't just, "Oh my God, they just said this," and you let it roll off. It stuck with me. And when I was 13, I started to self-harm a lot. And that continued, through 8th grade. Freshman year rolled around, and some stuff happened with that. And eventually I tried to commit suicide. And after that, everybody kind of left me alone. Like, everybody was kind of in the dark, I guess, from what happened, because I didn't talk about it. But, I had my circle of friends that knew, and I'm sure that word got around. But I think that a lot of times when people are bullying other people, they don't understand the emotional effect that they have on other people. Because when you get to that point where you want to end everything, it's it's the lowest of low. Like, I got to a point in my life where I did not want to live another day with all of that baggage hanging on me, with all of the people saying stuff about me and everything else. And that's one thing that I really wish that people would understand, is it's not just funny for them. It's not just funny for the bully. It really affects people. And I really think that that's awful. And I have my nieces and nephews now that are in school, in kindergarten and first grade, and they'll come home and they'll say that people are teasing them. And I try and give them as much insight as I can, but it's not really going to help any on the emotional level. And I'm sorry, this is a touchy subject for me, because I haven't talked about it in so long, and after I let everything go, I tend to just forget about it and not think about it. And I haven't done that for a really long time, and this video kind of brought up a lot of things that I really didn't want to remember. But if there is one thing that I wish that I could have changed, it would have been how I reacted to them. Because if I didn't, or if I wouldn't have gone as far up the ladder as I should have, like, yeah, I went to the principal, but they didn't do anything. If I would have went to the school board, I don't know if things would have changed, but I definitely would have done things differently. So yeah, this video is kind of getting a little long. So yeah, just be watchful with other people, because it happens to a lot of people, whether you're fat or skinny or tall or short, whatever. And just be watchful for people.